All right. Welcome to Word of Hannah. Welcome back if you're returning. So I left off talking about the need to address sorcery and witchcraft because of how manipulative it is, and a lot of it, and because of the manipulation, I believe that that's why the Bible talks about it so much, specifically in terms of um, the because it is an attempt to use dark power to mimic God and to manipulate God's plan and what God has in mind for other people. Like it's a way to manipulate reality to have it go in a direction that things are not designed to go in by the one who created everyone. So, with that being the case, then um, one of the reasons why, like, spiritual warfare is very much real, and witchcraft is one of those elements of it. And I would say it's even something that people will use witchcraft to wage to warfare against somebody who's not actually doing anything to them, but because of whose team they're on, or because of who they're, I would say, being influenced by, then they may be using they may be open to using witchcraft to get, whatever it is that they want, or to accomplish, whatever means to an end. And without having that knowledge and knowing, like, okay, so before you go into wherever you're going to go, you need to pray against what it is that you know that you normally experience, because that's going to be the determining factor. Like, that's what's going to protect you and cover you, is your response. Because someone who's operating in darkness, you not saying anything could mean that something that's not supposed to happen could wind up happening because you didn't address it. Like, don't sit and soak in it until your fingers get all wrinkled and pruny and just focus on it all day long, but don't not say anything. And that starts with there being open dialogue about the fact that these things exist to begin with, and that there are people who build their life off of being able to go into the realm of the spirit and manipulate things to their benefit. I'm not a fan of sweeping things under the rug. And because God addresses sorcery, we address sorcery. He says it too much, and he addresses it not so specifically, but he also says, he's always saying, I'm God, I am God. Like, in response, it's just like, you keep doing your magic. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but it's not going to save you. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, prophesy against him and say, like, look, I am God. Like, God says he's against what it is that you're doing, and he is the one that decides. So he even is acknowledging the fact that sorcery is used to control things that only God is supposed to have influence over. And so then not addressing that is not beneficial to anyone who is looking to God for entrusting God. And on the contrary, not speaking to those things is dangerous, because if I'm trusting God and I know that my life is supposed to go this way according to his laws, but the people who are supposed to teach me God's law, and that it is a law, are not saying, yes, you are absolutely, all these things are absolutely yours, whether those are tangible things or spiritual things, whether we're talking about a house or somebody battling depression. But if somebody's battling depression because somebody's behind the scenes sewing stuff together, or they've been blind initiated, or something else is going on in the realm of the spirit, they need to know that there are things going on in the realm of the spirit that they need to respond to, and they need to address it, and they need to enforce authority over it. Not, you know, pretend it doesn't exist, or persecute them or condemn them, because we're not supposed to condemn ourselves or each other. Only the tongues that rise against us in judgment. So with that being the case, it can't be a situation where followers of Christ are showing up in every spiritual environment, in every environment, butt naked. It's like, we pray to God, agents of Satan pray to him. We cloak ourselves in protection, they cloak themselves in protection. Otherwise, they'd already been like, they cloak themselves in protection. We use the power of the tongue to bring life. They use the power of their tongue to bring death. If we don't respond, that's dangerous. That doesn't mean that ain't nothing happening. If we don't respond, that means there's no opposition. So then if you're waking up and you're feeling anything, or any kind of hits on your body or whatever, you don't need to speak to that. You're going to need to cancel the arrow that was sent towards you. You may need to ask God, okay, I experienced this hit on my body. Like, there was a dude who kept getting like these hits to his chest, and I'm like, whoever sent that to him is probably like cackling right now, because especially with what he was into, like, it was, yeah, where it was just like somebody was probably sitting up there watching and just being like, ha 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 ha. Like, all you needed to do was reject it, which he was told to do, and to stop like leaning into it. But he also needed to be told, like, until you exercise your authority on a regular basis and you get on fire, and the way you stay on fire is one of the ways is by using your authority on a regular, like, until you show up and you fight and you stop looking for somebody to deliver you out of a war that there's no deliverance out of it. You're in it. Until you stop looking for deliverance out of war, you're going to keep getting attacked. But you could totally just pray real quick, and that thing just has to drop off you. It has to. The arrow has to go. It's the law. Shut it down. And keep shutting it down. And I don't care who gets, like, no matter what, keep shutting it down. Because that's your responsibility. That is our responsibility. We're not supposed to let anything slide. We're never supposed to take it easy on Satan. Ever. That's a violation.